Welcome back to SL Chennai Speaks Out. Should film stars stay away from politics? Do film stars make good politicians? Mr. Shekhar, do you believe, like for instance, the parties like the PMK have waged this war against smoking scenes in films? They attacked, in fact, targeted Rajinikanth's film Baba in the past, and now even Ajit has now come under the scanner.
I know a lot of PMK people smoking, drinking. I know so many people are there. So they see. No one can become a cultural police. They cannot take law into their hands. There is a censor board. Cinema is a place where you pay money and go to the hall. If you like the film, you see the film. Otherwise, come out of it. But without any censor, without any permission, so many scenes are coming into a drawing room in television. We need censorship for television. So PMK, they will say so many things.
In principle, do you believe that people do ape, in fact, film stars?
See, why PMK asking Ajit to not to smoke? They ask ITC to not to manufacture.
No, Andumani Ramdas has been taking on the tobacco lobby as well. He's been taking the tobacco lobby as well, and there was a ban on smoking scenes
for everything. People has got rights. But we are trying to in moralizing everything. We are trying to corner certain people.
Politicians should stay away from films and poking their nose.
Definitely, they cannot.
Would you second that?
I would definitely feel
because Rajinikanth, in fact, there was a spat between the PMK and Rajinikanth's film fans, and then of course Rajinikanth decided to give up smoking in films, and Dr. Ramdas in fact wrote to congratulate him. But now again, it's almost like the whole thing is being
100 crores of fund is involved. See, they cannot take that risk. Anybody can come and put a matchbox in the matchstick in the operator room. That's all. The whole film will go. That's not. See, there is no other alternate. It is one kind of blackmailing the film artist. That's not right. I am in the film industry for the past 35 years. I am in politics, but I am a teetotaler. I not even tasted a drop of liquor in my life. I never smoked, not even once. See, so many people are there, but why they want to advise people? That's not right.
Mr. Iva Prasad, would you agree that film stars, in fact, they wield this influence over the minds of impressionable people? You know, especially at a young age, people do get influenced. So when a film star smokes on screen, it could have that effect, and we know the number of cases of oral cancer, for instance, in our country. That's alarming.
I would like to ask you, Sanjay, one thing. See, almost all the heroes in Tamil cinema are always do-gooders. They fight the corrupt, they fight the evil, they take on the corrupt cops. With the same crowd that sees the movie and comes out, one cop standing with a lathi says, go this side, go this side. This fellow also goes there. So why don't they take on that fellow who asks for a marble?
How many of you believe that politicians should not poke their nose, for instance, with regard to smoking scenes in films? How many of you believe that you get influenced when you see these scenes? Show of hands. Okay.
You take up to smoking because somebody's smoking in films?
Okay. So do you believe parties then should stay away, should not poke their nose into what scenes come in films? Or do they have a right to do that? Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Because media actually has a lot of reach out. They can do it in a way which doesn't affect others. I mean, like, it shouldn't be made a PR, it shouldn't be made a publicity stunt. At the same time, it does affect the public. I mean, not everybody actually does what's being done on screen, but not everybody comes under the same.
But Mr. S.V. Shekhar has made a valid point saying that there is a censor board to do that job.
If the censor board doesn't do it, and if the politicians feel there's something still left out.
Yes,
they are doing.
Say that films are the only source for people to actually turn into the bad habits. You have so many situations where children turn into smokers. No, that's what I'm saying. Why do you criticize films? Films, that is just a medium of things. If somebody has to turn bad, he will eventually turn bad. And why do you actually segregate that, actors shouldn't enter politics? Actors are actors because that is their profession. If one point of time that they think that they should come into the society, come into the politics and do things, let them do it. When you can give an easy entry to all the political dynasty heirs, they have an easy fare into the politics, they have an easy fare into the parliament. Why don't you allow a citizen who's having an acting as his profession as a politician? Why don't you come?
Nobody is objecting. He never
objected. No, why do you always? No, he is constantly saying that an actor is not a thoughtful leader.
Yes,
an actor can be a thoughtful leader.
He's not a thoughtful leader. Not all the artists. Few artists, they have got.
See, you give him a chance. Why is it an actor given a chance? Even before he comes in, even before Vijay comes in, everything, you are demeaning.
Forget your dad. Forget Dr. Manmohan Singh. Forget those who are classified as the decent politicians. How many politicians today in the country do you believe are thought leaders?
I think there are a fair bit of thought leaders in the country. They might not be articulating it just because they don't speak English, they don't come on English television, doesn't mean you can just debunk them. There are a fair amount of thought leaders. I would think that even Nitish Kumar is a good thought leader. He's a good,
There are
he's a good
sufficient thought leaders in the political spectrum.
Maybe not. Maybe more thought leaders need to come in. But they don't. I don't think the film industry has got any great track record in throwing up thought leaders.
Okay. Do you believe that what certain parties are doing, like for instance, protesting against smoking scenes in films, is that correct?
No.
Are they exceeding their
I
brief?
mean, you know me. I'm completely liberal in terms of thought process, and I think there should be very minimal censorship. Artists should have the liberty to create art the way they want to. It's up to the audience to accept it and reject it.
Yeah. But there should be a self-regulation.
It's up to the artists, the producers and the viewers to reject it if they don't like it. That's all. But I don't think it's the job of politicians to be regulating what art should be.
So you mean that even Ajit also should think twice before he smokes in films?
No. See,
When
you
you
have
say
to see the
self-regulation.
character, what character he is performing. When he is doing some
Produce
negative
a movie on Winston Churchill, it will be unthinkable to have Winston Churchill without a cigar.
Absolutely, yeah.
I would just like to oppose the point which Mr. Karthik said. Only 2 of the successful persons have been ever made. I don't know what do you mean by success. Success is actually which means is social service. Right from the beginning of the show, we have been talking about money-oriented politics, celebrities, all those. We're not talking about people.
As Chief Minister and
Making it a
successfully
top
two politicians in
leadership
Tamil Nadu, two film stars.
Continually proven their
Success.
track records of success.
Only two.
They have been trying to be successful. They're needing to be
But he's not a
successful,
film
right?
star.
But
He's not a
he's not
film
film
star.
star.
Not a film star.
Sir, but he is more powerful.
That's different. He's not a film star.
He's not a star.
We are
We're
talking about
talking about
stars.
Though he is not a film star,
Please,
he
you're
is more
misunderstanding my point.
powerful.
There have been only 2 film stars who have been successful in Tamil Nadu politics. One is MGR and one is Jayalalitha. And I've explained the reasons to you too. MGR broke away from a very powerful DMK and Jayalalitha inherited a reasonably powerful ADMK. That's the only reason.
The actors are trying to be successful, right, sir?
But they won't.
They cannot.
How can you be so sure?
Yes,
Depends on
that is what it is.
Can you say it cannot?
It cannot. Look, it is.
On what? No.
Political reality.
Forget the histrionics. On what basis?
I'll tell you.
On what basis?
For like by
After seeing
2030,
the
I'll tell you.
openly,
By
artists coming
2030,
into
No,
politics.
on what basis? Because I know for a fact that there were even attempts to woo Vijaykanth. The Congress
I'll tell
itself
you,
tried to. There were overtures to Vijaykanth before the elections.
During the elections, we'll always have alliances with political parties. All I'm trying to say is the same genre, the same class of an MGR and Jayalalitha. I would find it very, very hard-pressed to have another person who was a movie star to be successful in Tamil
I'll
Nadu
tell you
politics.
why. For the simple reason, we are turning middle class. A middle class is one class. When it comes to power by 2030, which has been proven again, you will have no leader from the film industry people will become so intelligent. As of now, we have already become. And you will find people will simply say, this is a profession they are acting.
They'll all
given
watch all
through.
the free, on
They
their free
watch,
color TVs,
yes,
they'll watch
they
programs and
they'll say goodbye and they'll have their own choice and make their proper choice.
In 2030,
2012, it has started already. That is why you have smaller parties joining to make a big party.
Hopefully, we'll be attached MLA by then, Shekhar.
Vijaykanth,
How many years since Vijaykanth party came to politics and how did it come to the 3rd position, putting all the other parties down?
Not third, because only 3 horses running. It will be the 3rd position if only 3 horses are
What
running.
happened to the other horses, which have
There
been
are only
running
3
for
horses.
but the
50
vote
years?
share. But
There are only
Karthi, you
3
will-
horses running, so you will be in the 3rd
But
position.
the vote share,
but the
vote share was quite impressive.
They are all in alliance, sir. Please don't see when he's Tamil Nadu people have clearly given a verdict to Vijaykanth. He won 1 out of 234 seats.
But his
Which
vote
means
share, was
he
8%.
won,
is horse and other
and
people are
secondly, he won 0 out of 40 seats. Tamil Nadu people have not, the people elected of Tamil Nadu have clearly put Vijaykanth in his place. They have not given him the mandate to even be an opposition party.
But is there a gestation period in politics that Vijaykanth got 8% of vote share, which is impressive? Even political pundits admit.
Perhaps because there is a vacuum in Tamil Nadu because for a third force. But obviously Vijaykanth is not able to capitalize on it completely. There is a vacuum for a third force, undoubtedly.
No, Vijaykanth is aiming for 2011. So he is aiming.
2011 or 2016, do you believe that?
2010 perhaps elections
Now
will
he
be
is
earlier.
aiming for
Elections will be
2011.
earlier, Sanjay. It might be 2010.
Okay, is that classified information that you're giving us on our show? Okay. No, but do you believe that people like Vijaykanth, forget just Vijaykanth, but politicians, I mean, film stars who have a reasonably good fan following, that they can't make the cut in politics in 10, 15
only
years?
fan following cannot turn into votes. And Vijaykanth fans.
So what is that special something?
They are
That's what I
in
was
so
trying to
many
ask. What is that
parties
special
already.
something? What is that X factor that you need in politics to make the cut?
What is it? I can't.
What do you need in politics apart from popularity, apart from a reasonably clean track record?
By your work, by your approach, people should accept you. That's all.
Sanjay,
Okay.
who do you think are successful film stars in politics in Tamil Nadu? Who do you think? You give me names.
According to a common man, when the day he steps out of this politism, he should at least help he must have helped. He should have changed the lives, inspired, aspired. At least
name the film stars who have done that in politics. Name the films other than MGR and
Chiranjeevi.
Jayalalitha.
You can have Chiranjeevi. He had made a lot of blood donations, blood camps,
Let's not
all
get
those.
fooled by this blood. I mean, the Rotary clubs do more blood donation camps than anybody else. They do more social work by Pulse Polio than anybody else.
But
Let's not get
Karthi,
fooled by it.
Pradesh, in Andhra Pradesh, I mean, it's a fledgling party, the
How
Praja
many
Rajya,
times
but still it's
Chiranjeevi
given the
donated
Congress and the
blood?
TDP the jitters.
But the point is whether they will sustain.
But it's
Whether
given
they
the
will sustain. You
jitters.
got to see whether they will sustain.
It's given the Congress and
Perhaps
the TDP the jitters.
you only seen him for one election. Let us see whether he's there in the next election.
Let us see the continuum.
Yeah, let us see the
Sir,
continuum.
when-
The Congress party survived 125 years. So don't compare a fledgling party by a movie star with no ideology with the Congress party. I find it tremendously offensive.
Okay, but you don't believe he can make a difference.
I don't think he'll have a sustaining power to remain in politics.
You're speaking like a true blue congressman.
I am a true blue congressman. There's nothing wrong about it.
See, this is totally political bias that you're trying to put
There's
over
nothing
here.
biased. I believe in my
it's
ideology. That's why I'm in the
totally
Congress party.
politically biased. See, even before a film star steps his leg or steps his foot into the political arena, you're just throwing him out. You're telling he is not thought-provoking.
Who am I throwing
Are
out?
we then
No, I'm
insecure?
just
Are we
telling the way
insecure
you
about
say
film
about
stars?
that. You're telling about the history of the already film stars in the political arena, and they're not good. Okay, they've not succeeded.
Do you have somebody in mind? You're
No,
talking
I
about?
don't have. Even if I want to get in, I'm sure I'll be chucked out. For
Why?
sure. Because
Why?
I have no power, no political.
Yes, pass the mic to him. Yeah.
Not at all.
Pass the mic to him.
This is a
All right,
tremendous inferiority complex you're having.
He said common man is afraid to enter into politics. A party was formed by the passed out IITians. They
Lok
contested.
Paritran came a cropper.
There is
Lok
a
Paritran.
complete
See,
waste
they
of time.
contested. They even won.
What did they
And
win?
They
What
were
did they
pushed
win?
out of politics.
What did they win? What did they win?
They win.
What did they win? They
They
did not
won
win
in their
anything. They lost their
constituency.
deposit. They did not win anything. In
They
Mylapore,
at least-
the constituency he represents.
See, they at least came. They at
Where are
least
they? They're
came.
gone.
They at least came. They're gone because they
came
were
and they're
pushed
gone.
out. They were pushed out of
Who
politics.
pushed them out? We
They
didn't.
were
got
your big
10,000
alliance. The party
what?
which you were saying, the
What
big
are you-
alliance
hardly
pushed
a-
them
So
out.
what?
Why do you
Hardly
push
a
them out?
five, sir.
Give
We
them
are not
a
pushing them
chance.
out.
Why do
Please,
you push
madam,
both?
don't be
Why do
hysterical.
you finish?
Calm
Why do you
calm
push
down, calm
your
down.
stars
Calm
out?
down,
Give
calm
them a
down. No,
chance.
listen. No, listen. I have to.
Let him
I
answer.
have to respond. I have to respond. The Lok Paritran was perhaps a good idea, but terribly executed idea. First of all, it appealed to people like you who speak English, who read English newspapers and watch English television. People think that politics means forming a party just before the election, going on a motorbike rally, and you think when you're giving interviews in English papers, you're somehow winning the confidence of people. That is not politics. Politicians do a lot of work even outside elections. Let me finish. Okay. We are in touch with people. If Lok Paritran was a serious political party, they would have sustained themselves after the election. If Lok Paritran was a serious political party, people would have voted for them. People did not vote for them. Many political parties lose. Many political parties lose for the first time.
Because they're
But
not adept at
sustain.
giving freebies.
That is
They couldn't promise freebies.
This is why are you brushing it? There are so many. The DMK is a classic example of a political party which started small. Which started small as a social movement, which grew up to become a big political party, perhaps one of the biggest political parties here today.
But your own dad, the Home Minister, said that the DMK's manifesto is a hero of the election.
Yes.
So therefore, the
point.
Yeah, the manifesto only will speak.
So
what
the
you
point
promise,
is,
what you
don't
promise
think
people.
Lok Paritran. Where is Lok Paritran? Why did the people not have the guts to stay in politics? Why don't they have the? They should not just come to politics only to face elections. There's a lot of work to be done outside elections, and where is Lok Paritran doing it? Lok Paritran, the likes of Lok Paritran will never succeed in Indian politics.
Film stars shouldn't enter politics because, like I'll say, Sarath Kumar and Vijay their recent movies have been just concentrating on politics. They just want to spread political messages in a movie. Movie is just for entertainment. They're not supposed to spread political messages. They're like,
What's wrong with political messages in a movie?
no, they are trying to promote their political party in a movie.
Oh, but he says there's nothing wrong. A politician
I
says
have no
nothing
problem
wrong.
with that.
So, but it's
I have
just
no
a publicity.
problem. It's his money. Somebody's giving the money. Somebody wants to
Somebody-
make
I
it.
don't know.
It's their liberty. I have no problem. You
No,
can
he
make
says-
bad movies.
He says if you don't like, he says if you don't
bad movies, but you
He
can
says
make
if
bad movies.
you don't believe in his message,
Don't
don't
like
watch.
any message or
Don't
any
watch it.
political.
Not-
Don't watch
it's
it.
our
That's
money
all.
which is being
You're
used as a
free to
movie.
make any movie you
Yeah.
want. I won't watch it.
Film stars shouldn't enter politics.
Why?
Let them stick to one profession. So like, why do they put their heads into something which they have not experienced of? Why do they put their heads to which they are not experienced of?
People should also stick to their profession. They should never come for voting. They should never take
Just
part
a
in
minute.
election.
I studied diploma in mechanical engineering and post-diploma in refrigeration air conditioning. But I started my career as a still photographer. What's wrong?
Time now to slip into a short break on ASL Chennai Speaks Out. We'll come back for a final round after this.